Hello, everyone. This is the ramblings of a crazy lady again. I'm probably not going to be as long as I was on my first video just because, well, can't always be that long winded. But I can, but I won't. I just wanted to talk about my first live stream. It wasn't my personal channel live stream. I started talking to someone else through Tomcat's live stream. I started talking to Gray Cloud, and it was a very good conversation, and it was really about, at the end of it, if you really want to be honest, it was not really about anything. There's Dolly. Dolly! Say hi. There's my little baby's close-up. You know I love that girl. Yes, my baby girl. Yes, my baby girl. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, she is. And then there's Oscar. Oscar. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. The kitty is outside. He's out there somewhere. In the wild blue yonder. There's my wonderful feet. Yay! And there's my craft table. Still with what I call that shape there is my Florida snowman that I need to finish, and I will. And I call it my Florida snowman because it's sand colored and not white. And of course, as always, my wonderful walls of scripture, the rose in the middle is from a good friend of mine, one of my not by blood sisters, Sherry, whom I love very much and miss a lot. Oscar, and you, no, we ain't doing this. We ain't doing this. I know doggies are doggies, but there is nothing to bark at. If they don't come in the yard, then we don't need to bark at them. Thank you very much. I appreciate you both understanding and not saying a word. Well, they're still going to say what they're going to say because, they're dogs and they just do what they want to do. But actually, he's being very good because normally he'd just be barking his full heck off, and he's not. Anyway, I wanted to talk about my first live stream that wasn't on my channel, on someone else's channel, and through another person's channel. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the dialogue. I enjoyed, talking to someone else in a different place. And like I said, it wasn't like we talked about hard issues or anything. It was just talking. And sometimes that's where you really get to know the person, is just having those random conversations. Everyone is always, well, not everyone, but there's a lot of people that think if you don't have these deep, heartfelt conversations, then you're not having a conversation at all. But the thing is you learn a lot about people with random conversations. You learn about who they are. You learn about their likes and how they perceive the world. And it's not always, here's the thing. When you're having a conversation with someone else, you should never, ever... Oscar! Give me a minute. Oscar, enough. When you're in a random you're sitting in another chair, dude. You're sitting in another chair right now, not even near the window, and you're still going to bark. What sense does that make in your world? Obviously it does, because you do it anyway, and that's okay. Love you just like people love me and my randomness and my ramblings and everything else. Dude, we're good. Chill. I have to tell myself that on a number of occasions. We're good. Chill. It's okay. Chill. Yeah, life is good. I don't remember if I referenced this in my first video or not. I do deal with mental diagnoses, and one is schizoaffective. And part of my schizoaffective diagnosis is I hallucinate all the time. There is no medication that is going to stop it, but I do take medication that makes everything shadows and murmurs and not as bad. It's not easy. There's always a party going on in my head that I would never want to invite anyone to. It's not that kind of party. It's the kind of party where they want to go ballistic, and I maintain that they don't go ballistic, because when they go ballistic, I go ballistic. And it's not a pretty sight when I'm losing control. And that's one thing I never do want to lose control. Anyway, to get back to what I really wanted to talk about was my first live stream. It was, I had no fear. I had no anxiety. We just talked. You know, it was like talking with another person as if they were right there in front of me, and having a conversation that wasn't deep about, and I gotta sit there and show Oscar. He's over there on the other chair. It wasn't a deep topic of conversation like, major life issues. We touched on a number of things, and it was just talking. It was getting to know each other, and I enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. I like those types of conversations where you really don't have to talk about the deep things. And here's the thing. When you're talking with another person, and it's just random conversation, and you talk with them for a length of time. I'm not talking a 5-minute conversation. I'm talking, this was 20, 30 minutes. Maybe it was longer than that. I really don't know. I wasn't keeping an eye on the counter. You learn about that person. You learn, their style of communication. You learn to not always open your mouth when you feel like you should. And I think that there is a lot of losing the art of conversation in this world because of social media, because, that thing of, okay, I'm going to scroll to the next thing. It's social media with their 2 to 3 minute sound bites has turned us back into 5-year-olds. Our attention spans. Having that length of a conversation with someone on a live stream gave me the opportunity to not put it into a 2-3 minute soundbite, but to actually have that conversation and get to know them. And I don't know why I don't choose to show my face, but that's just me. Because not that I'm ugly. I mean, I think I'm average. I think I'm pretty. I know I am. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I am who I am. God created me to be the way that I am. And you know what? Y'all take it the way you want. I'm comfortable with me. That's all that matters. I'm not stinky. I'm not dirty. I'm not disgusting like that. I take care of myself. Other than that, hey, I don't fit into anybody's boxes. That's who I am. I'm not a box fitter. And it was really nice to be able to be myself on a live stream and not feel like I was having to check off boxes, because I didn't feel that way. Gray Cloud did not make me feel that way. Twisted Sea and Wrangler. I can't remember the rest of Wrangler's handle right now, but they were commenting, and None of them made me feel like I had to check off a box. No one was making me feel awkward. And if I did feel awkward, that would have been on me, not them, because there was respect, there was consideration, there was a whole bunch of stuff. And I very much appreciate that. You know, and like I said, it wasn't a deep conversation about politics or religion or, you know, anything. It was just touched a number of things. And for anyone that is listening, Greg Cloud, I will try to put the links of these people in a post so that all of you could sub them and get a load of real people. Because here's one thing about social media that has just so totally twisted everyone. On social media, there is a lot of people that want to show their A side, because if we show our B side, oh my God, you've got warts and you're this and you're that, you're not acceptable. Excuse me, spoiler alert, about to say a word. Fuck that. You don't know why I say that? Because here it is. Every person in this world has a B side. I don't care who you are. I don't care how great you think you are. You have a B side. You have anger. You have this. You have that. You're not always totally perfect. None of us are. The only person that walked this earth that was perfect was Jesus himself. Yes, Jesus Christ was the only one who walked this earth who was perfect. And what did Jesus do? Did Jesus go to the seemingly perfect people in this, here's the quote, seemingly perfect people in this world? Are those the ones he went to? No. He befriended tax collectors, prostitutes, thieves. He befriended the lowest of the low. He befriended them. They are the ones that he was here for, not these seemingly great, pious people. Look, if you think you have to put on this mantle of perfection in order for the whole world to love you, that's false. And I'm going to tell you why it's false. Because none of us are perfect, and we're not going to check off every boxes of every people. And that's why there's trolls that sit there and say the comments that they make that will make you weep in your bed at night. Oh my God, this person said such a hateful thing. People are going to do that. You're not going to please everyone. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. And if you're throwing money at it to make them like you, that's false anyway. Money, when you throw it at people, brings false friends. True friends are the ones that love you for your A side and your B side, not just your A side, not just what you can do for them, not just because you'll do it for them, but because of who they are, and you love them for who they are, and they love you for who you are. That is true friendship. That is a true relationship, whether it's family, friends, or other. That's the key, people. Having a great, wonderful, open-ended conversation with someone and not expecting, neither one of you expecting the other one to give you great revelations. Just having a conversation, getting to know someone, faults and greatness combined. Because all of us can be great and all of us can be crap. And it's okay. Why do we have to have this expectation of perfection, whether it's physical, mental, whatever? Why? What does that do? That does nothing but this. That makes the person that's expecting you to check off their boxes be really disappointed when they find out you can't check off all their boxes. And it makes you crazy spending money, time, and effort to please everyone. And it causes in your own self a sense of